Hello there, this is Ben Fournier, Benevolent Cytocore. I'm going to continue the tutorial before playing the rest of the campaign stuff. I have played the first mission in the campaign, but yeah, let's do this. It's been a while since I've played proper Command & Conquer. I've played the Open RA versions of things, including Combined Arms, and those are pretty good, but it's a little bit different than these controls, which are more like StarCraft 2, but not exactly. So
Well, hello again, Commander.
Yeah.
In this lesson, you're going to get acquainted with your units and some of the abilities that make them unique. Every unit in Red Alert 3 has some sort of special ability, in addition to its primary ability. The majority of your unit's primary abilities is to attack their targets. A unit's special ability may put a nasty status effect on an enemy, switch to an alternate weapon, or even transform into an entirely different unit.
Let us go over how to use special abilities now.
They should really make like a little cartoon similar to Red vs. Blue here, and have like Sheila from the thing there. Select that, but yeah, have them all just try to impress Sheila.
Special ability is the Shrink Beam. With the Cryocopter selected, left-click on its special ability button in the bottom right of your screen, or press the F key. Notice that the Shrink Beam is a targeted special ability, which means you have to left-click on a target to use it. Other types of special abilities take effect as soon as you press the ability button. Now then, use the Shrink Beam on my good friend the Soviet Hammer tank.
Wait, what? No way, not me again!
Extra small?
It's right. After all we've been through.
As stated earlier, not all special abilities need to be targeted like the Cryocopter's Shrink Beam. Some abilities cause units to switch weapon modes. Blimey, that tank looks like he's lost control, and all you've got is an allied hydrofoil. Its primary weapon is an anti-air cannon that won't do you any good here. However, if you use its special ability, it'll switch from its gun to the weapon jammer. Select the hydrofoil now and ready the weapon jammer by left-clicking on its special ability button or hitting the F key. Proper. Now, have your hydrofoil fire on that Soviet Apocalypse tank on the shore. What's up? Hey, get away from here! Ah, so much for that tea party. As you can see, the Apocalypse tank can no longer fire. Not so scary now, is he? So remember, even the toughest enemy units may be vulnerable to your lesser units' special abilities. Learn them all, and never give up.
If you're finished
please
with your
do.
motivational speech, perhaps we can continue.
Impossible.
Commander, let's go over a unit whose special ability is to transform. One basic example is the MCV, though let us take a look at a more exciting case in one of the Empire of the Rising Sun's versatile Mecha Tengu units. The Mecha Tengu is an amphibious, hovering anti-infantry unit that can transform into the Jet Tengu, a flying air superiority fighter. Not only does the transform ability affect how it navigates the battlefield, it also means the unit changes from having anti-ground weapons to anti-air weapons.
It's a Viking.
Select the Mecha Tengu and use its special ability.
It's a
Impressive,
Viking,
no?
right?
Now, order your Jet Tengu to destroy that miserable Cryocopter. Oh, and don't worry, it is merely a training robot carefully disguised to look like a real vehicle.
No robots are going to get past you, Commander. You should know there are some units at your disposal whose primary ability either isn't a weapon at all, or will change depending on what you tell it to attack. For example, each faction has its own type of engineer unit, like this swarthy fellow over here. Engineers are special units that can capture any
Extra
enemy
special.
structure or neutral
Exceptionally
tank structure.
special.
Much like with moving or attacking, you can select your engineer and right-click on a capturable structure. That'll make him go after it. Look, there seems to be an oil derrick you can capture out in the water. Oil derricks are neutral tech structures that provide additional income. Go get it.
Might be useful.
And Battle Bunker is his thing. He swims, or yeah, okay, he has the raft that he...
Off he goes. Note
I
that
guess a
engineers
backpack?
are amphibious, so they automatically switch to a keen aquatic form
Flipper
when they
was
get
like,
to
hey,
water.
you're in my way.
Not all units are amphibious, of course. Notice you can issue capture commands into the fog of war, assuming the structure is still there when you get to it.
Hey, where did that engineer go anyway? Ow!
He went into the structure, you fool, and there he shall remain forever. For that
Dun,
is
dun,
the way
dun.
of the engineer.
You may have noticed that when you highlighted that enemy structure with your engineer selected, your cursor changed to a garrison cursor. That garrison cursor indicates a structure you can enter. Your basic infantry can't garrison enemy structures or neutral tech structures like the engineer can, but they can garrison civilian structures such as hotels and houses.
Fear not, for civilians have long since abandoned such structures once they heard we were coming.
When
Hotels
infantry
and
garrison these
houses.
structures, they receive extra protection, as the building they're in will take damage instead of the units themselves, should they come under fire. Garrisoning your units into civilian structures is a good tactic, both from an offensive and a defensive perspective.
Unless they have
It helps to
flamethrowers.
secure locations, force enemies to take an alternate path, or give your units more cover near to your base, should the enemy send a force to destroy you. Now garrison that nearby structure by issuing a move order onto it whilst having some peacekeepers selected. Good, they're in. And here comes trouble.
Dun dun dun. 5 versus 3, but 3 garrison, so basically more armor.
As you can see, those enemy training robots fired upon the structure rather than directly at your peacekeepers. Watch out though, because each faction has ways of clearing out garrison structures.
The Allies
Flamethrowers.
and Empire can try rushing their peacekeepers or Imperial warriors into a garrison structure, while the Soviet
Molotovs.
conscripts can use their Molotov cocktails.
Of course, you could just blow the structures up if you cannot be bothered by such details.
Now, let's say you need to get your peacekeepers out of the structure. Just select the structure and use the evacuate command. Just like using a special ability on a unit. Do this now.
Run.
Keeping the peace.
Some of your units can also be garrisoned by your infantry. The multi-gunner IFV is a unique allied vehicle whose weapon takes on the characteristics of whichever infantry unit hops inside. Order one of your peacekeepers into that IFV and watch what happens.
If I may, normally the IFV's weapon works best against aircraft. But once you garrisoned your peacekeeper into it, it changed into an anti-infantry weapon. While the IFV can only contain one infantry unit at a time, other vehicles can hold more and can transport your infantry around the battlefield. For example, the Riptide ACV is admittedly a good transport for getting infantry quickly and safely from one point to another, although infantry cannot fire out of it. Garrison your remaining infantry into the Riptide now. Now that they're garrisoned, let's move your Riptide across this lake and over to the shore on the other side. Look for the marker on the radar.
Let's pull it up.
Riptides are a special type of unit in that they're amphibious, meaning they can traverse both land and water. As my comrade said, not all units are amphibious, so it's good to make note of the ones that are. Some units behave differently on land and water. For instance, when your Riptide is on water, its torpedo tubes open to give it additional firepower. Now that you've made it to the other side, let's get those peacekeepers out. All transports have the not-so-special ability to evacuate their passengers. Use the evacuate ability now.
Door's always open.
Finally, let us discuss contextual attacks. A contextual
There's
attack
Tanya.
is what you get when your cursor changes to something other than a normal attack cursor. Select the allied commander who has showed up so very unexpectedly.
Sure thing. I'm there.
This Agent Tanya has different ways of attacking targets depending on the type of target. When you order her to attack enemy infantry, such as these lifelike robots, your cursor will be that of a normal attack cursor. However, when you highlight an enemy vehicle or structure, you get a demolition cursor. When ordered to demolish a target, Tanya will move very close to the target, set some charges, and blow it up. This is an example of a contextual attack. Go ahead and dispose of those forces using the commando.
Oh, well, she's
Other
gone now.
units, such as our allied spies like this one here, also have contextual attacks. You select the spy, then use his contextual attack on one of those enemy training dummies.
Bribe. Persuades nearby hostiles to turncoats for a low, low price.
Agent here.
Now who's the dummy, am I right? As you can see, the spy's primary ability is to disguise himself as the enemy. Alternatively, if you highlight an enemy structure, you can try to infiltrate it to disrupt the enemy's base.
Infiltration has different effects depending on which type of structure is infiltrated. Experiment with all the possibilities. Incidentally, the Empire of the Rising Sun Shinobi unit may also infiltrate structures. Only the tactless Soviets lack an infiltrator.
For king and country.
Oh! But why?
Come on, lads, we have to get through this. Commander, that's the end of this lesson. See you in the
Yay.
next one.
Alright, next we go.
Indeed.
Yay, we're victorious! Alright, next is support powers of doom. And there's Gina again.
Why, hello, Commander. In this particular lesson, we're going to be covering top secret protocols and how to use them, as well as the threat meter and some other heavy stuff. To begin with, let's have a look at this here base. Let's say you're low on credits. If at any point you decide that you no longer want a structure that you've placed, you may sell it. To sell a structure, left-click on the sell button under your radar, then left-click on the structure you wish to sell. Right-clicking cancels out of sell mode. Try selling one of those power plants now.
There we go.
It was a good power plant. But you could build another. Don't go crazy selling everything. What would your friends think if you failed a tutorial mission?
They'd be expecting it.
Hey, quit it!
Relax, friend. I was just about to explain to the commander here how to repair. It's pretty important. To repair a damaged structure, left-click on the repair button under your radar. Then left-click on your construction yard. Give it a go.
You'll notice that the repair icon has appeared on your construction yard, indicating that it's undergoing repairs. Structures can only repair as long as you have sufficient funds. You may notice that as your structure is repairing, your credits are slowly trickling down.
Now then, let's talk about top secret protocols.
Top secret protocols is just a fancy term for special support powers you can use. These will affect the battlefield, your enemies, and your units and structures. Basically, they can get you out of a pinch. Keep in mind, you need your construction yard intact in order to use them.
Each faction has its own set of protocols which can be offensive or defensive in nature. Sometimes both. As you progress through a battle, you gradually earn security points which you can use to access new protocols. Progress towards your next security point is indicated by the meter surrounding the top secret protocols button on your screen. The number in the button is your current number of security points.
Now, let's go over how to access your protocols. Left-click the top secret protocols button, or press the tilde hotkey to the left of the 1 key to bring up a menu of all the dirty tricks you can use. As you can see, this menu has like 15 different protocols to choose from. The protocols are ranked by levels, so to access protocols further down
Like
the
in
list,
generals.
you need to access the ones above them first.
As mentioned earlier, there are different types of protocols. There are offense-oriented protocols such as Surgical Strike, which can damage enemy forces. There are more tactical protocols such as Chrono Rift, which can protect your units or split enemy forces. And then there are upgrade protocols that provide passive bonuses, such as Advanced Aeronautics, which toughens up all those weak little allied aircraft. Unlike offensive and tactical protocols, upgrade protocols take effect immediately once acquired and do not need to be activated manually.
Each protocol costs 1 security point. Now, go get Surveillance Suite from your top secret protocols menu. Well, well, sir. Looks like you've been cleared to use surveillance sweep. What an occasion. All protocols available to you will appear on the left-hand side of your screen. To use surveillance sweep, first left-click on it. Now you need to select a target location for the sweep. This one's a little dodgy because you then have to select a second location to plot a trajectory. So, left-click once, then again someplace else in the area near the edge of the screen. Give it a go.
Okay. Where do they want me to sweep, I guess? Somewhere there.
See that? Make sure to have a look at the notes written next to each protocol, so you're aware of what you're signing up for before you pick one of these. By the way, the protocols available to you are determined solely by the faction you're commanding. So even if you pull a stunt like capturing an enemy conyard, doesn't mean their top brass will open the kimono on their military secrets. Makes sense, yeah?
Next, we'll talk about the threat meter, which gives you an impression of how much death and destruction is happening all around you in a given moment. The threat meter increases in battle, especially when you sustain heavy casualties. And the higher it is, the faster you earn new security points. Higher levels of threat also influence how quickly your units gain combat veterancy. The higher the threat, the faster your units will become great heroes from killing foes. Veteran units display a little chevron. They're better at killing enemies, and once they achieve heroic status, they automatically regenerate to boot.
Watch how one of your units gains veterancy by mowing down droves of hostile targets. Heroic forces like these can make a huge difference, so best keep them around. Speaking of which, what sort of commotion over there?
It appears you are under attack. Take advantage of your high threat meter and vet up your forces while using some of your top secret protocols to assist you. Fear not, for this is only a simulation involving lifelike robots.
Oh, now it's on. Try to build up enough forces to stop your enemy's invasion, then take those units to the enemy's base and destroy it.
Remember, you also have access to your top secret protocols to help you take down your enemy. Ow! Whatever. Figure it out for yourself then.
Prospector on duty.
Is this a full mission?
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Prospector, Riptide, Multi-Gunner, Anti-Air and Infantry Support. Maybe let's see how that goes. Vindicator, Apollo
Ready,
Fighter.
sir. Where's the trouble?
And let's see here. Not really much to do there, right?
At your service.
But still probably best to have some for anti-air at least.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Anti-ship scout maybe.
You're in good hands, my friend.
Yeah, let's get
Ready,
that
sir.
clearance
Where's the
while we
trouble?
can.
Hydrofoil here. What's going on?
Jeff, right here.
Kick the tires and light the fires.
Ready, sir.
Okay.
Where's the trouble? Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Okay, let's get some more stuff here, I guess.
You're in good hands, my
Ready, sir.
friend.
Where's the trouble? Jeff, right here.
Surgical
Kick the tires
strike.
and light the fires.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Make sure we're repairing these a little bit if we need to. Oh, I guess we don't need to. So what's the surgical strike? Just this sort of thing. Freezes area. Chrono Rift banishes target. Switch positions. Time boom. Matter transporter ordnance. Maybe. How does that work? Oh, well, that works. Not very much. Oh, okay. Cryocopter. High-tech copters that can quell dangerous situations by freezing or shrinking hostiles.
Ready, sir.
Sure,
Where's the
let's
trouble?
try that. Okay, aircraft carrier. Cool. And assault
Ready, sir.
destroyer.
Where's the trouble?
Hydrofoil, already have that. Riptide.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Okay.
Let's run some field tests.
Guardian tank.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Athena cannon. Mirage tank. There's a
Ready,
couple
sir.
of
Where's
these.
the trouble? tank awaiting deployment.
Let's run some field tests.
Ready, sir.
Alright.
Carrier leaving port.
Probably gonna be fine like that. I mean, this is
Ready,
just
sir.
a
Where's the trouble?
silly thing, right? But either way,
Let's run some field tests.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Athena Sat,
can't get that defense bureau is something we need to get Tanya with. I'd rather get Natasha, but we're doing this anyway.
Right here. Guardian tank
Let's run some
awaiting
field tests.
deployment. Depth right here. Depth right here.
So, we can't get those, or we're at a max limit for them or something?
Depth right here.
Let's run some field tests.
Depth right here.
Okay.
Depth right here.
We probably have enough to deal with them already, but yeah, why not?
So, coach, got your
Athena
back.
Sat,
Depth right
how may I
here.
assist you?
Okay.
Standing by. Depth right here.
Peacekeeper, ready for contact. En
Depth
route.
right here.
Aircraft carrier
Where
leaving port.
is the armor thing? There it is. Okay.
Athena Sat, how may I assist you?
Standing by.
That's
Ready,
affirmative.
sir. Where's the trouble? On point.
Go up here,
Ready, sir. Where's the
and
trouble?
you guys.
How can I help?
Guardian tank awaiting deployment.
Thank you. Please
Ready,
hold.
sir. Where's the trouble?
Assault destroyer, proud to serve.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Alright, what is this? That's the barracks. The boot camp.
Ready, sir.
Okay,
Where's the
same
trouble?
difference.
Armed response.
Of doom.
Ready, sir. Where's the
Athena
trouble?
Sat, how may I assist you?
Let's have a good time.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Let me show you around.
Have the rally
Ready,
point
sir.
right
Where's the
by
trouble?
the enemy. That'd be fun, right?
Aircraft carrier leaving port.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Depth right here.
Okay. We probably have enough to smush them already.
Talk to me.
Athena Sat, how may I assist you?
Depth right here. Assault destroyer, proud to serve.
Set up a target array.
Definitely.
Guardian tank awaiting deployment. Depth right here.
See how this goes. Probably just fine, right? What the heck is all that?
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble? Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Athena Sat, how may I assist you?
Aircraft carrier leaving port.
Ready, sir. Where's the trouble?
Athena Sat,
Oh, those
Look tight, gentlemen. Assault destroyer.
those are interesting. There was actually a design that the Russians made that was like a land ship like that.
Awaiting deployment. Right here.
Contact.
Sat link initialized. Moving to targeting range.
Let's have a good
Depth right
time.
here.
Let's see, just destroying the objective, is that it?
Where's the trouble? Peacekeeper, ready for contact.
Athena Sat, how may I assist you?
Hold it right there.
Carrier leaving
Moving to line 2, sir.
Armed response. Consider it done. Securing
Let's
area.
have a good
Orbitals
time.
on line 2,
Where's the
sir.
trouble?
Did I lose some infantry somehow? I guess I must have. We only have 5 left.
Tango's dead ahead.
Systems are damaged.
Definitely. We got them.
Extra crispy.
Reloading.
They're not
Please
backing
wait.
down.
There we go. Nice and toasty. Okay. Game
Smashing
over, man.
work,
Game
Commander.
over.
You're now one step closer to becoming a serious threat out there.
Dun,
We're done
dun,
with this
dun.
lesson. See you in the next one, all right?
Yay. Alrighty. We're done with this, so I think Yeah, I did 2 in this one and 2 in the last one. I'll do these the next time, I guess. Take care, everyone, and try not to go crazy.